The story so far. 2 years have passed since the founding of Durotar. Although the armistice between the mighty Horde and the Noble Alliance has held, tensions between the two factions continue to mount as worldwide conflicts draw the two sides closer to all-out war. Fighting has erupted in the strategic battlegrounds of Alderac Valley, Warsong Gulch, and Arathi Basin, and more recently, in eastern Pleglands and Silithus. Even as these old enemies have renewed their quarrels, many ancient threats have resurfaced to menace the beleaguered races of Azeroth. As if spurred by unseen forces, dark agents have labored to push the world closer to the brink of oblivion. Within Blackrock Spire, the legacy of the Black Dragon Deathwing continued to unfold as Nefarian followed in his father's contemptible footsteps. With the aid of his sister Onyxia and the orchestrations of their human personas, Nefarian worked toward replenishing the Black Dragonflight. To that end, he created chromatic dragons, unspeakable hybrids of both red and black dragons. Meanwhile, the priests of Hakar enacted primitive rituals on behalf of their fiendish blood god. First, priests at the temple of Atal Hakar succeeded in calling forth the god's avatar. Then, within the crumbling ruins of Zul'Gurub, priests summoned the bloodthirsty, diabolical Soul Flayer physically into Azeroth. Nor was the spread of evil limited to the physical realm alone. Several green dragons, once Ysera's trusted lieutenants, have been corrupted by the Emerald Nightmare, emerging from dream portals across the world to threaten the very lives they once protected. Throughout Silithus, insect swarms surged as if guided by some malignant ancient intelligence. Behind the gates of the Scarab Wall, the merciless Kiraji stirred once again. Empowered by the old god Cthulhu, the Kiraji prepared their legions for a worldwide assault to avenge their bitter defeat at the hands of the Night Elves 1,000 years ago. Worst of all, the Lich King's icy grip descended upon Azeroth once again as the Scourge renewed its assault against living and undead alike. Foreboding necropoli recently appeared over several major cities. Alliance and Horde forces mobilized and drove the Scourge back. Nevertheless, questions remain. Was this truly a setback for the Lich King? Or did this first attack further a different goal for the Scourge? Whatever the case, Kel'Thuzad is clearly setting the stage for a full-scale apocalyptic invasion from his seat of power in Naxxramas. The heroes of the world have bravely faced these challenges and more, struggling to ensure the continued survival of their races. The greatest perils, however, remain unseen. Many of these new threats have the inhabitants of the world wondering if peace will ever find a home in Azeroth. Shadows return. Deep within Deadwind Pass, restless ghosts roam the darkened halls of Karazhan, where the demon-possessed wizard Medivh spent his final days. Tempted by rumors of the time-lost secrets kept within, adventurers have begun infiltrating the haunted tower. Within the secret passages of the arcane stronghold, horrific nightmares have awakened. Elsewhere, the brooding dragon Nosdormu stirs. The Timeless One has sensed a threat to his beloved Timeways. Shadowy agents have infiltrated the Caverns of Time, attempting to sabotage 3 key historical events: Thrall's escape from Durnhold, the monumental Battle of Mount Hyjal, and Medivh's creation of the Dark Portal. In the face of this overwhelming threat, Nosdormu is enlisting heroes to help him prevent the fabric of time from unraveling forever. With the future in peril, a relic of the past has also surfaced, radiating renewed energy. This relic has enabled Lord Khazak to activate the current Dark Portal, thereby reopening the gateway to the Shattered Realm of Outland. Here, before Draenor was torn apart by Ner'zhul's portals, the Orcs and Draenei once lived in peace. Now, this wasteland is ruled by the one-time defender of the Night Elves, the power-mad betrayer, Illidan Stormrage. Joined by Prince Kael'thas Sunstrider's Blood Elves and the insidious Serpentine Naga, Illidan maintains a tight hold on Outland and its multiple portals. The Burning Legion has set its sights on Outland as well, hoping to utilize the portals to gain access to numerous unspoiled worlds. Should the demons prove successful, no refuge would remain against their nihilistic crusade. Furthermore, the demon lord Kil'jaeden has not forgotten Illidan's failure to destroy the Lich King. Although Illidan still controls the mighty Black Temple, he anticipates the Burning Legion's return and is preparing accordingly. He and his allies fight to ensure that Outland's multiple portals remain tightly sealed while he strengthens his power base. Even so, Illidan's forces are not the only presence on Outland. Several other factions roam the scattered wastes as well. Bands of Draenei remain, although many of them have devolved into broken, warped shells of their former selves. Cut off from the light, these broken fight for their sanity and their lives. In addition, Monster War Chief Thrall's horror, refugee orcs in the desolate region have discovered and embraced a new source of demonic corruption. Recently, a new breed of fell orcs began streaming out of Hellfire Citadel, the horde base of operations during the First and Second Wars. Though these savage orcs have made no secret of their presence on Outland, the source of that newfound corruption remains a mystery. Using their dimensional fortress, Tempest Keep, the Naaru have recently arrived on Outland as well. These energy beings recognize the strategic importance of the Broken Wastes, and have vowed to defeat their sworn enemies, the Legion, at all costs. When most of the Naaru set out to explore the ravaged territories of Outland, however, Kael'thas seized the opportunity to strike. The Blood Elves assaulted the fortress, overcoming its automated defenses and taking command of the Keep's satellite structures. Kael'thas has now begun manipulating the fortress's otherworldly technologies, using them to harness the chaotic energies of the Netherstorm itself. Despite Illidan's efforts to keep Outland's portals closed, the Horde and Alliance have anticipated Outland's role in the renewed hostilities and ever more perilous threats. The denizens of Azeroth are thus preparing not only to battle each other, but also to face the inevitable onslaught of the Burning Legion. To that end, both Horde and Alliance have recruited new allies. Two bold new races have stepped forward to answer the call. Devastated by the recent Scourge invasion of Kel'Thalas, the resourceful, magic-addicted Blood Elves have rallied to rebuild much of their kingdom and take up the cause of the Horde. Meanwhile, the Draenei, who once peacefully coexisted with the shamanistic orcs, have joined the Alliance to fight the Burning Legion and avenge past atrocities committed by the orcs. We are the only thing that stands between Azeroth and the looming threats of destruction within the shattered realm of Outland. The world needs heroes, now more than ever. Will you answer the call?